Attention, attention. IPOB One Family. This announcement is for those outside of the USA that wish to donate to the Eastern Security Network Fund that is based in the United States. Because of the fees that donators have to pay the bank when sending wires, we recommend that if you're sending less than $250, that you donate through the IPOB USA website. It's fast, simple, and less expensive for you. Go to our website, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. That is www.ipobinusa.org/donate and make your contribution. When it comes to keeping our people safe, every bit counts. After all, the security of our communities is our responsibility. Let's make this happen together.
Yeah, Mr. Bella once again. Wisdom, feel it, come on. Yeah.
Say Biafra will not last forever. They say happy up in no go stand. What did they know? What do they know? What do they see? What do they see? If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. If you give me a gun, I will shoot them aside. No. Biafra will live forever. 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 Bwgg manige tetanura. The lovers of Biafra. This is the time we need to come together.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to this broadcast today. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra live streaming app. You are watching live and direct on YouTube. You are watching live and direct on other social media platforms. Today, we are here to brief you some of the updates. And today we are going to have a very special guest in our midst in the name of Dr. Allen. Dr. Allen is here to brief us and give Biafrans update about what is going on with the ICC, what is going on in international community, in addition to what other attorneys of the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, are doing. The Bwgg group that is now battling or is about to battle the Nigeria state at the International Criminal Court. Today they have come to give us update. Fortunately, we were supposed to have Jeff. Jeff was supposed to be here as well, but at this point we have at least Dr. Allen. We have Dr. Allen White to give us this update today. And some of you who may want to ask questions, you may, we have very limited time. You may have time to ask your questions concerning the filing the application to the International Criminal Court against the Nigeria state. So I am going to, for those of you watching from Facebook, you know how we normally do it. So I'm going to switch over. Sandra Ogboe, thank you for your super chat. We appreciate you. I'm going to switch over now. For those of you from Facebook, please go to Enter Biafra Channel 1. Go to Enter Biafra Channel 1, Enter Biafra live streaming app. Go to YouTube and other platform where we are streaming live, because Facebook, I don't know, even when in this broadcast now, I have tried to see if I would come in with the Facebook to announce, at least announce the that we are live, but unfortunately we did not see that the live program is being streamed on Facebook. I don't know why. So even though we have quite a good number of people watching now, so all you have to do now is switch over to Enter Biafra Channel 1. See you there and be part of this program. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. This is live broadcast, the 5th day of November 2021. And we call it the Historic Eve Day, or let's call it the Historic Eve. Election Eve, the ghost election Eve, or something like that. We are demanding the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are demanding referendum. We are demanding release of all agitators that has been abducted, that has been kidnapped, that is now in the dungeon of the DSS and other security agents in Nigeria. We are demanding the release of all IPOB members that are being detained unjustly, illegally. We demand their unconditional release. Of course, if they wish, we are also demanding the proscription of indigenous people of Biafra before at least before we transit to the referendum of Biafra. Let me make it very clear for those of you who don't understand what we are saying. What we are saying is that the election in Anambra will not hold until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. We appreciate those who have come to make it clear. The leadership, we appreciate them. But the people of Biafra, from what have happened today, decided already on their own that they are going to send a very strong signal to the international community. The signal to the international community is that it is referendum or no election. Let me tell you, we can't be afraid. We can't be afraid at the same time looking for the freedom and self-determination and emancipation of our people from Janjaweed people in Nigeria. We cannot, out of fear, be agitating for freedom of our people. We must be very brave. We must be ready to take anything that comes on our way. We must be ready to liberate and fight to the end. Not going to mind whatever the Nigerian is liable for the fact that the world understand what we are fighting for. Biafra issue is in global history. Is in global history. Biafra is issue that is globally recognized. We fought war for 3 years with Nigeria. Millions of people died. Today, the children of those people, they're subjugated to all manner of degrading treatment and abuse. We are here today to finish what our forefathers, our grandfathers started. We are here today because when Nigeria war was declared, no victor, no vanquish, was warned by Daniel Effiong. If you do not children very well, they will rise up again against you. That is exactly what we are doing now. It does not matter whether the Nigerian government is labeling themselves terrorists. The world know that we are not terrorists. The world know we are fighting a just cause. And we are going to do everything to make sure we get our freedom. As I'm talking to you, war ongoing in Cameroon against Ambazonians. As I'm talking, between South Sudan and Sudan, they fought war for 30 good years. They were not regarded as terrorists. Even the people that were regarded as terrorists in Afghanistan, we see the that America is giving them today to be recognized as a government. The condition is only for them to denounce Al-Qaeda. After decades, many years of wastage, America's soldiers killed, billions of dollars wasted, American weapons and everything in the hand of Taliban. Upon the fact that Taliban and Afghanistan is ranked #1 terrorist country according to World Terrorism, Global Terrorism Index. But it is completely a different thing when it comes to Biafra. When it comes to Biafra, we are being ruled by terrorist government. We are being ruled by some few people from ethnic group that are romantic and very heartless people. And we say we are incompatible. We don't have the same cultural value system. And we say we are going to opt out of Nigeria. And for that reason, they proscribe us. Now we have been able to create awareness, global awareness, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the highest awareness in history of mankind, especially in freedom and agitation for self-determination. Biafra agitation have that scattered all over the world. We are scattered all over the world. We will continue the struggle. We will continue the struggle. We will not be moved. We will not be threatened. We will not be intimidated by any threat coming from anywhere. So when you are in this struggle, the only thing you have to focus is getting Biafra. Do not be afraid of that you are being called a terrorist. You are not a terrorist. You are not a terrorist. And the world knows that. The world knows that. If we go into civil war today against Nigeria state, which probably may happen, if we go into civil war against Nigeria state for Biafra, who is going to call each other terrorists? Is it you? Are you going to be the one that will call terrorist or the Nigeria government? So, welcome to this program. Make sure you invite people and let us welcome. Now we are going to start what we have come to do this evening. We read in the news that the United States is giving a statement about Anambra election. They want to see free and fair election in Anambra. How can you have free and fair election in Nigeria where you have over 34,000 policemen being deployed to kill our people? How are you going to have free and fair election in Anambra? Before we can talk about having free and fair election in Anambra, since we are going political solution, first of all, Anambra state must be demilitarized. All the military and security people in Anambra state must leave. You can't militarize a state and you want to have democracy take place. Two of them can never work together. So when you want to conduct election, if we're going to have a democratic or political solution, make sure that there is nothing in this life that will make election tomorrow to take place, because we need to postpone the election so that the leadership will go back to drawing board. The demand will be very clear. You cannot have a free and fair election when you have police and army everywhere, considering the record of the Nigeria police and the security agent. Very, very bad record. You can never have free and fair election. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. After that, After the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whatever he say is final. Whatever he say about Anambra election is final. So we demand also the release of all the people that have been abducted and kidnapped by the Nigeria DSS. They are today languishing in prison and incarcerated. We are going to ask our guests to come in. So we'll continue because after him, we are going to have the normal exposition today. Make sure you hit the like button as you are coming. Those of you watching from YouTube, as you are coming, you are hitting the like button so that other people will understand that we are live and it will appear on their feed. Those who are using YouTube, who are watching from YouTube. Wait for Dr. Allen to join us. And on this note, let us go on commercial. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Dr. Allen, good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon, Simon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This is the second time you are coming to the program. Welcome you again. I know that you have been here before, and a lot of people may have seen you. A lot of people may have read about you. If you could tell us just a little bit brief about yourself for those who have never seen you before.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, I'm a partner of the BW Global Group based in Washington, D.C., and we specialize in human rights issues, crimes against humanity, some government relations, and anti-corruption work worldwide. I have over 40 years of criminal investigative law enforcement experience, principally involved in international activities. My last assignment before I retired from the U.S. government, I was on loan to the United Nations-backed Special Court for Sierra Leone, where I was the chief of investigations, where I lived and worked in Freetown, West Africa, where I was responsible for directing all the criminal investigations, war crimes investigations of those people that bear the greatest responsibility for the civil war in Sierra Leone. Interestingly enough, it took us directly to the former president of Liberia, who created the Revolutionary United Front, who was subsequently indicted and convicted for war crimes. At the time, he was the first sitting head of state ever indicted for war crimes. And again, he was subsequently convicted, sentenced to 50 years. And his son was also arrested and convicted for torture related to one of our witnesses and witnesses of the Special Court for Sierra Leone, not directly, but indirectly related. And he received a 97-year sentence in the United States. So I have vast experience in seeking justice and accountability in the international rule of law arena. So that's the experience I bring to the particular project that we have, that we're honored to work on behalf of the IPOB, and that was to seek justice and accountability and also engage in a human rights campaign, not only in Washington, D.C., but globally. So that's what we're actively involved in and have been doing since March of this year, when the leader reached out to us and signed an agreement with us, and we've been engaged ever since.
Thank you very much for that in-depth brief. I wouldn't want to go into the Liberia thing and all that because a lot of people already have heard about how you handled it, and history is about to repeat itself. Now, we have been seeing recently, news on different platform about your organization filing some kind of document to the ICC, International Criminal Court. So, could you tell us, what is going on? Is there an update from the September filing?
Absolutely. We've, as you know, there's a lot of things that we're doing that are confidential. But what I can share with you was that we have collected evidence and information where we prepared our very first criminal referral to the Office of the Prosecutor at the International Criminal Court on 15 September of this year. And it was a confidential but a very comprehensive compilation of evidence we submitted to them that they received, acknowledged receipt, and are actively examining that information. And we'd also requested that if they had not opened up an investigation yet, to add this to the preliminary examination. However, we are actively seeking that they seek approval from the pretrial chamber to open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, since that time frame, we have collected additional evidence, and we submitted a second referral containing criminal information and evidence to substantiate further ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB. That was also acknowledged. It's being examined. And again, we are requesting that they formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
Thank you very much. You said it has been acknowledged, and you are waiting for the ICC to open investigation. So, I just want to, for just for just a clarification, is it that when the application is filed, they have to be after the acknowledgement, they have to now open the investigation for that particular case?
Well, what the process is that they have to seek formal approval from the pretrial chambers to do that. What we are doing is providing them ample evidence to justify that request to open an investigation. And most specifically, looking at the, again, wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, which is a crime against humanity and, quite frankly, genocide that we believe is being committed against indigenous people of Biafra.
All right, all right. So when this thing is filed, is it like something that anybody can ask and get information that, some kind of complaint or application has been lodged at the ICC? Is it something that anybody can ask question and he get some information or some kind of feedback from the ICC?
Well, we have gotten written responses, acknowledgement, as you typically do. And we've also gotten responses directly from the Office of the Prosecutor. And it is a process. And as you can imagine, we collected very sensitive information, and it's confidential. Certainly they have all the details, but it's not something that's publicly and readily available to the public for obvious reasons. We have confidential sources of information and evidence that needs to be protected, but the ICC is well aware of it, and they have that, and it's their obligation to examine and look at that, and we've done that under the protection of the ICC, so that sources and witnesses and methods and operations are not inadvertently disclosed or discovered, to protect the individuals that are involved.
Yeah. All right. So we, the last time you were here, and I have also been privileged to see the release from your group. There are some other organizations you have mentioned that that were communicated officially. So could you brief us about them, like for the Committee on Human Rights at the UN and all that? And then also you mentioned about the United Kingdom. Let us take it step by step. Brief us about the Committee on Human Rights at the UN. What do you intend to get from them?
Absolutely. This is a process, as you know. You have to educate people and make them aware of this. And this is it's a process, and it takes time to do that. So we are familiar with all the organizations that have an interest in jurisdiction in this. So in September, we had written specifically and made a complaint to the Secretary General in hopes that it would be elevated to the Security Council. Simultaneously, we provide a written notice to the High Commissioner for Human Rights for the UN in Geneva and put her on notice, Madame Juria, of the circumstances and information to the extent that we could talk about in the first referral to the ICC. And we also notified the Foreign Office in the UK as well to make sure that they were aware. Now, this month we followed through because unfortunately right now, despite people that indicate that they go and are meeting with people, they are not meeting people in person. So the process is in writing. You can do it in writing, but we also like to do it in person. And unfortunately, the Office of the High Commissioner is not meeting. That entire office is not meeting people in person. So this is the recourse that we have for now. Certainly, when the opportunity presents itself that we can meet in person, we definitely want to follow up. So this second referral we made was a formal written complaint to the Human Rights Council, which is also falls under the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. So that has been done. And what we're seeking is an independent commission of an international inquiry where people would be appointed, experts would be appointed to look into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, including the indigenous people of Biafra. So it's separate and distinct from the ICC, but we're reaching out to those entities that have a vested interest to look into this. We also had submitted this again to the Foreign Office, a redacted version of the criminal complaint, which was acknowledged receipt and also forwarded to the appropriate offices in London and also in The Hague. So we are moving forward, we're making progress, and we are reaching out to the people that have direct responsibility, to include the U.S. Congress. This actually last month, Congressman Smith, the co-chairman of the U.S. Congressional Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, held hearings and was entitled "The Balance of Human Rights and Counterterrorism." And what has happened, many governments have used the terrorism label to target their opposition. And there's been an abuse of this. And he specifically cites the Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, as being one of those that has pursued his opposition, such as the indigenous people of opposition, and using the prescription of terrorism as a form of repression. So this is a very significant step in the process where we're getting notoriety on this issue, and Nigeria is being brought under the microscope, particularly in the US with the UN and even in the UK. So we think we're making progress. And again, this is part of the human rights advocacy campaign and also what the leader wanted us to do, and that was to pursue justice and accountability on behalf of the indigenous people of Biafra. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Thank you very much for this explanation. A lot of people, when you look at the screen, I'm just flashing the first communication to the ICC. A lot of people don't understand the process and the procedure of this ICC. So is it that you have to petition, like here, it says that the Bwgg petitioned the ICC expand the Nigeria government crimes to also include international rendition of the regime political opponent, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this. And there is the British citizens and all that. So is it that when you are filing a petition to the ICC, it is not, it doesn't, of course, can you explain more? Because a lot of people may think that when you file petition to the ICC, you are filing petition to ordinary court. There is, I know at least there is something called the admissibility criteria or admissibility standard of cases in ICC. So could you just a little bit brief tell people what does that mean? You know, when we talk about admissibility standard or admissibility criteria. Thank you.
Absolutely. The International Criminal Court was stood up in 2002 officially, and it's really the court of last resort. And there are signatories, which mean people sign up to allowing the International Criminal Court to seek jurisdiction over crimes against humanity and international violations of humanitarian law under Article 7, which is the Rome Statute that outlines what the criminal statutes are. For example, murder, genocide, torture, all those types of statutes. Nigeria is a signatory to it. So the ICC does have jurisdiction over the government of Nigeria when in fact the government either lacks the will or lacks the capacity to investigate and prosecute those that are involved in crimes against humanity against their own people. So in this case, in 2012, the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court has the authority to open up a preliminary examination. It's a form of an investigation, but it's not formal. That preliminary examination was closed out on December 11th, or a report was issued on December 11th, 2020. The indication was they were going to seek formal approval from the pretrial chambers of the International Criminal Court to open up a criminal case, look into Boko Haram and also the Nigerian security forces who had committed atrocities. That has not happened yet. So the next step is to continue under Article 15 of the Rome Statute. It allows the prosecutor to receive information from non-governmental organizations or other credible sources, such as our organization, have experience and expertise in these types of matters, to provide information direct to the office of the prosecutor. So what we're doing now is providing them evidence to support a formal request to open up a criminal investigation into the crimes against humanity, and specifically the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, which is genocide, which involves the indigenous people of Biafra. We will continue to provide them information to bolster their request to seek a formal investigation or approval to open up a formal investigation. So that's what we're doing right now. We're going to continue to do this, but it must be credible and reliable information. And that's why there's a lot of referrals that go to the ICC and they end up going nowhere because they're not necessarily credible or reliable. In our case, because of our experience and practice, we are providing credible, reliable information and confidential so that they can see where the information is coming from to give it a further credible and reliable evaluation of the evidence that we've submitted. So that's the process. Meanwhile, there are other options we're looking at with the Human Rights Council to open up a formal inquiry, commission of inquiry. That could also bolster activity. And also we could seek UN Security Council sanctions for such action and involvement by the Security Council. So again, it's a process. It's not one size fits all. So we're looking at all the various options. And of course, we specifically highlighted in our September 15th referral, the illegal abduction, forced disappearance, which is a crime against humanity, and also torture and the illegal rendition of Mazi Kanu that was between the Kenyan government and the Nigerian intelligence services, where that rendition occurred. And that was back in November in June 29th of this year. And we were the first ones to go public in early July to announce this to the world, that this is in fact was an illegal abduction It was a forced disappearance. There was torture involved, and it was an illegal rendition, which has now come to fruition. So we were the first ones to go public with this to make the world aware of actually what happened. And that is now coming out, as you've seen the recent determination or finding in Kenya, where that in fact had borne fruit. So again, this is a process. This is what we're doing. It doesn't happen overnight, but you have to understand what needs to be done in the process in which to pursue, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Thank you very much. And when I look at the second filing, the second filing to this ICC, I noticed that there is this Bwgg has fully communicated with the Foreign Office in the United Kingdom regarding both the ICC and the UN filing, and continue to seek increased cooperation from the UK regarding the unlawful rendition of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can you give us a little bit more in-depth comment? What is it that you are trying to get from the UK Foreign Office? What are we expecting from there, from your experience?
Well, since the leader, Mazi Kanu, is a British citizen, we have every right as the legal representative for Mazi Kanu and on behalf of the IPOB in the United States, and actually as an organization, because he signed the agreement with us, not just in the United States, but globally. So it's our obligation to keep them posted and informed of what we are doing to the extent that we can. So we did, in fact, provide a redacted copy of the referral, which they received and they acknowledged, and it has gone into the human rights section in the UK, and it has been shared with the African desk, and also it's been shared with the appropriate offices in The Hague. So they are taking this very serious. And again, it's our job to inform them. We want to keep them aware of what's going on and keep them engaged in what's going on so that they can support making sure that justice and accountability is sought on behalf of the IPOB and certainly Mr. Kanu.
Thank you very much. And just for our viewers, I would want to bring this to the screen. One moment. When you look at this, what is on the screen, this is the first communication on the 15th of September 2021 from your organization. This is 15th of September, as you can see, 15th of September, Washington, D.C. Go down to the second page of this document. One moment. There is something here that says, Congressman Chris, ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Africa, submitted stated, genocide is happening right before our eyes. The United States and international community must do to more to hit the violent because the dire situation on ground warrant it, and because the people of Nigeria deserve to live in peace and freedom with their fundamental human right guaranteed. Now, the congressman, in related to the congressman's statement. Now, this is from Chris, and this was in September 15, 2021. Now, I'm going to bring another statement, another statement from Chris. I think in October. Then after that, I will ask you the question I want to ask. So let us go to bring this to the screen. That was what I just read now was in September, and then going forward to October 2021, the same Congressman Smith, now did not only just talked about Nigeria, He did not only talk about the and all that going on in Nigeria. He did not only talk about the genocide going on in Nigeria. One moment, I don't know if you can see. Are you seeing anything on the screen?
I am.
You seen the document on the screen?
Yes, it's small, but I can read it.
Okay, I have to try to make it more. I think.
Yes, I can see it. Yes.
All right. One moment. All right. So when you look at, what I've just read now, previously from September 15, during when you filed the first application to the ICC, and then this is now the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission hearing, counter-terrorism and human rights, striking the right balance, and this on Tuesday, October 26, 2021. And this is the remark. And in this particular conference, Congressman Chris made a very remarkable comment where he said, meanwhile, the government about libeling group agitating for separatism, such as the indigenous people of Biafra or IPOB terrorists, and using this libel to justify as a justification for repression. Now, this why I'm just. I think I have to read this from the beginning. I have to read this from here so it will make sense to people who are listening to this broadcast. Now, he said, we also see in Nigeria the selective use of counterterrorism to attack political opposition. Nigerians on a daily basis witness the impunity which so-called Fulani herdsmen, extremists who share an ethnic and religious ethnicity with President Buhari and the Fulani elect, which now dominate all key institutions in Nigeria, and it is also well stated, dominate all key institutions in Nigeria, attack predominantly Christian villages in the Middle Belt, state security forces which are obligated to protect civilians are at best indifferent or at worst allegedly complicit in the ongoing and sustained attack. Now, I before this is what is in your head probably, but I want you to pay a very very emphasis to this particular political opposition, where Chris now said here, attack political opposition. And I remember that in the first document that I showed, which you filed on the 15th of September 2021, this particular statement, the exact word, was in that filing. You may not know this, but I'm just telling you because I've just researched and scrutinized these two documents. I find out that in this particular statement from Chris, he used the exact word that that were in the document you submitted to the ICC. Now, going forward, he continued to say, meanwhile, the government has no qualm about libeling groups agitating for separatism, such as the indigenous people of Biafra or IPOB terrorists, and using this libel as justification for repression. Now, I know a lot of people will be wondering why am I reading this. Why I'm reading this is that I have just connected the statement of Congressman Smith, which he made earlier. Maybe I think after that was September or so, And now, coming forward to October, he is mentioning IPOB. And so, is it that these are part of the job you are doing for the indigenous people of Biafra? Because I see some kind of similarity in the statement coming from Smith and the document submitted to the ICC. And just before people think it is a propaganda, let me go straight to pull that particular first document that your group was submitted to the ICC. So because we are just talking about you file a document to ICC, you communicated the UK office, you communicated the UN Human Rights Office and all that. So is it that there are other organizations, other individuals, powerful people in the United States and around the world that your organization are dealing with in this particular case? To is it as an influencer or as a lobbyist, or what do I call it? So what do you have? Do you want to make comment on this? This may be a very delicate one, but do you want to make comment on this?
No, this is part of our experience, is working with people that are interested in these matters and can make a difference. Congressman Smith has been a congressman for 40 years. He has been an advocate of human rights his entire time. He has been one of the staunchest advocates for human rights and seeking justice and accountability for people worldwide, and certainly Africa. And he's been the chairman of the Africa Subcommittee for years. So he's very knowledgeable of these issues, and certainly we collaborate with him on these issues. But since we've been engaged, we are known, we are respected, and we are educating them on what's going on in Nigeria. And certainly our client is the indigenous people of Biafra. We care about all people. We care about anybody that is being killed. But right now, our main focus is to make sure that we can reach out to as many organizations and people that have influence in addressing the injustice and making sure that there's justice and accountability for the indigenous people of Biafra. We seek that for everyone, but right now we're seeking justice for what is happening against Mazi Kanu and also the indigenous people, in larger part, the indigenous people of Biafra. So it's clear to see when you point this out, this is what's going on. Nobody else is being labeled a terrorist. It took almost 12 years to label Boko Haram as a terrorist organization. Why aren't the Fulani extremists being labeled as a terrorist organization? They are killing people every day, and they have for years. So why all of a sudden it took 3 days to label or prescribe the IPOB as a terrorist organization? Nobody else in the world recognizes them as a terrorist organization. They are an opposition. And when people are getting killed, they resist, they fight back. So that's, if you want to call that a terrorist organization. Let me just say this too. When I dealt with the special rapporteur before she left, she said when she was over in Nigeria, there were human rights violations ongoing throughout the country. It was, where do you start? One thing that she left in my mind, and she indicated to me that the IPOB was one of the largest opposition groups and seemingly effective opposition group in Nigeria. So that's been my judgment and my observation, not just mine, but others, that designation seemed to be more political than it was based in fact, because there are other organizations that are killing people on a daily basis over there. We've seen it, we've documented it, and we've reported it. Amnesty International has documented this. They issued a report in August of this year documenting this. So this isn't just BWGG, but our job is to educate, inform, and seek justice and accountability for the indigenous people of Biafra, and that's what we intend to do, and that's what we are doing.
Thank you very much. And then, also, we saw in Washington time some time ago where where they wrote something about opinion about indigenous people of Biafra. Because of your comment now reminded me about that particular article about opinion from a university lecturer or professor from one of the university in the United States. And we also noticed that your group intervened. Is it that whenever this kind of thing come up, in order to discharge your duty about defending and representing IPOB and Biafra people, what do you have to tell Biafrans? What happened in that? Because I have a document which you communicated to that university, and I have the document here. So did you have it? Did you receive any communication or anything like that from them? And
We immediately contacted the editor. We did not hear back, but we immediately responded in writing, rebutting that. This article that came out, there was what we thought a lot of misinformation. And our job is to provide the facts and the truth, and that's what we do. So when something comes out that is seemingly inaccurate or false, at best misleading, it's our responsibility to respond to that. So we did. And that's exactly what we did in kind. And nobody knows exactly the genesis of that article, but it was very suspect that it came out of nowhere and we didn't get any response back at all. So we think that the article was misleading, it was false. And again, nowhere else does anybody else recognize the IPOB as a terrorist organization. And let me just go one step further. 20 April of this year, the UK Visa and Immigration Office publicly put on their website that they identified that the IPOB as a group of people that were being persecuted and could seek asylum into the UK. Now, under international law, under the Rome Statute, you've heard me mention that before, Article 7, persecution is a crime against humanity. So the British government acknowledged that the IPOB people were being persecuted. They didn't label them a terrorist group. They said they were being persecuted, the IPOB. Now, the Nigerian government responded very forcefully to that, and they took that down off the internet, but it's still out there. And their policy is that anybody has the right to apply for asylum. But my point is that even as of April of this year, they were designated as a group of people, the IPOB, as a group that was being persecuted. So that doesn't sound like a terrorism organization to me. Nobody else. So there was allegations that perhaps somebody was behind that article to try to stop the IPOB and people like our group from being able to support and seek justice and accountability if they were labeled a terrorist organization in the United States. We don't know if that's true or not, but that was something that was brought to our attention. And again, nowhere else that we know of in the world are they identified as a terrorist organization. So that's exactly why Congressman Smith, the co-chairman of a congressionally established Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, where he is the co-chair, highlighted this, specifically the Nigerian government as using the prescription of terrorist organization as a form of repression. And specifically, the reason why IPOB was mentioned, because they're the only opposition group other than Boko Haram, but peaceful opposition group that has been labeled a terrorist organization.
All right. You also, thank you very much for that additional comment there. You mentioned in this your communications to the ICC and then also to the UK Foreign Office. You mentioned about the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Also mentioned that your organization was the first organization to publicly announce that what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is called the extraordinary rendition. Now, I want to know what is the organization doing so far for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to make sure that he gets justice?
What we've been doing has been engaging whoever we can, the US government, the UK, because he is a British citizen, to make sure that they are aware that this was an illegal rendition. He was tortured and he was a victim of a forced disappearance. A forced disappearance is meaning that you are illegally detained somewhere. And that's also a crime against humanity under Article 7 of the Rome Statute. And then being illegally rendition, which has now come out in a Kenya report. I believe you're aware of that. It was recently reported in Kenya that they did not go through the proper process. Anybody is entitled to due process. And the fact that he is also a British citizen, the UK government, we wanted to make sure that they were aware. And again, as his legal representative and authorized representative in the United States to seek justice and accountability and to embark on a human rights advocacy campaign, which we're doing, we felt obligated that they were aware and asked them to do everything they can to intervene in this behalf. And from what we understand, that has been happening. They certainly aren't going to tell us everything, but we can see that there are some things that are moving forward, and we hope that that continues.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alan White. You have quite, addressed most of the questions, and so do we have any kind of time frame? When we should be expecting something, maybe from the ICC, because that's one of the major focus now. Do you from your experience, when do you think we should be expecting something from them?
Well, it would be disingenuous for me to give you a timetable. What I can tell you as a BW Global Group is committed to this process. We will continue that process, and we will do everything within our power to seek justice and accountability for the entire indigenous people of Biafra and also the leader. That's what our agreement is. That's what we do, and that's what we're committed to doing. And as long as we have an agreement with the IPOB, which we do, we will continue this process and work with the authorized representative in his behalf, which is what we're doing actively. And we're going to continue to do this. And we do think we will have success. And we do believe we have the experience in doing this and handling it in the proper way with credible and reliable information. And we will continue to do that. So please stay tuned. We'll continue to report on our activities, and we hope that something will break in the not too far distant future. We can't tell you what that is or when it will be, but we can tell you that we are going to be actively engaged to ensure that justice and accountability comes to the people of IPOB.
Thank you very much. And thank you for being part of this program today. I will be contacting you in the nearest future if the need arises to also, if there is a need to constantly brief Biafrans or dead Biafrans or what is going on, because where we are now and what is going on. Our leader is still incarcerated. People are too desperate to know what other groups and or the people we have engaged are doing and all that. So I will be contacting you in the nearest future to also give us an update if there is update as at then. Thank you very much.
I will be delighted to do so, and please keep the faith.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Right. IPOB. Welcome back. We are fighting this battle from all corners. We are fighting the war all around. Everybody, we are fighting all around the war. And that is why the zoo is shaking. That is why that is why they are scared of this generation of Biafra. That is why they are very, very, very scared of us. That is why entire Biafra has come to realize that the only option to live in this life is to make sure we reject anything Nigeria. Rejecting Nigeria from from the election, rejecting Nigeria from election, rejecting Nigeria, anything Nigeria, rejecting it. And we will continue to reject Nigeria. And we know that what Nigeria has done to our people, you can imagine. In those days, they say, oh, northern Nigeria is having a problem. What is the problem in northern Nigeria? They say they are smoking gum. Gum as drug. They say they are smoking sniper. They are taking sniper. They are taking this. Today, Fulani have succeeded in bringing what they call mpirimiri. Is it mpirimiri or something? In Biafra land. And our people are falling victim. Our people are falling victim. The political leaders, all the people, all the leaders in Biafra land that are giving you hope. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. They are watching you. They are watching you dying. They are watching our youth being destroyed with something called Mkurumiri. I don't know how many of you. I'm going to have a special program on this. I am going to have a special program on drug called Mkurumiri. Let me tell you, Fulani, this is the last stage to destroy you. The last stage to destroy Biafra. Biafra youth. The last stage. Let me tell you people, if you do not sit at home to make sure that this election in Anambra don't hold, you will be destroyed. These people have gone far in destroying us. Do you know that? Let me tell you how they did it. After the Biafra war, they gave you 20 pounds. 20 pounds to go and start your life. And today you are proud. You are saying, oh, Biafra people, we survive with 20 pounds. We are going to survive. It helped us. But then it was a systematic mechanism to destroy us. And it is working. Oh. It is working. It has the positive side and it has the negative side. But the negative side is much. No. The negative side is much. The negative side is that they push you into hunting for money. Hunting. Ichuntego. It is only in Biafra land that you have something called Ichuntego. I don't know whether any other nation have anything like that. Hunting for money. Ichuntego. Do you know how they did it? They succeeded in making sure that in Achuntego, they make sure that in every Biafra man in Achuntego, they did it. So that tomorrow they tell you, Igbo love money. Igbo love money. Biafra love money. It become a symbol of Biafra people. Igbo love money. Today, the people that love money, they are not the most corrupt. They are not the people that have looted Nigeria. They are not the people that their money are being repatriated from Switzerland, from America, from London. Abacha loot is still coming. Abacha, after how many years he left this world, his money is still coming back from Switzerland, from America, from London, from Germany, everywhere. Abacha money is still coming back. But they were calling you the people that love money because they gave you 20 pounds to shape your future. After shaping your future, today you are hunting for money. Unu bara ya afa ka ihe chọọ nta ego ewelu $20 and multiply ya into 2 ka achọba nta ego. That nta ego a na-achị na achọbago nta ego a. What did they do? They have come to crush the economy. It is called economic jihad. Economic jihad. As if that is not enough. After Kahana Chuntego, as if that is not enough, after Kahana Chuntego, they are now telling you that we are going to destroy the Biafra economy and we are going to take over their businesses. You watched it. You listened to it. When Yerima Shetima was discussing with Kunle, they say what they can do, what can they do to destroy these people? They say Fashola did this, didn't give license to anybody to sell drug. Now they have succeeded in injecting hunger into Biafra land. It has never been like this before. Apart from the war, we have never been this bad. That Yendu Gunaya, the problem that is in the northern Nigeria where the Fulanis are doing everything, the problem of drug is now in East, is now in Biafra land. Our youth are taking drugs. They have rendered you useless. Do you know when I told you? I told you people, if you do not join hand now to liberate Biafra people, gone. We are gone. Because the level where you are now, where every youth is smoking mkpurumiri, where everybody is taking mkpurumiri, the youth, that is what Fulani want. They say, these people have enjoyed life. They are educated. Every time they are going to school, every time they are inventive, every time they are innovative, every time they are doing this, let us destroy them. Hardship, economic policy, they bring it upon you. You go to school, you spend 4 years, you spend your mother will do everything, will sell akara to send you to school. After finishing your school, you become liability. Do you know what the Northerners they used to settle their people? Shoe shiner. Shoe shiner. Shoe shiner. Your mother will spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to send you to school. To send you to school. There is no school you are going to go to Nigeria today that you don't spend millions. No school. You are going to live in either boarding school. You are going to live by, in your own house, rent your own student apartment. You are going to be feeding. You are going to be buying handouts for those who are in university. You are going to buy clothes. You are going to eat. You are going to chase women. For those that chase women, your mother will be selling one thing or the other to send you to that school. And when you begin to calculate the money, at the end of the day, you are spending millions. And how your mother will get that million, you don't know. Some of you, your father will spend. How your father will get that million, you don't know. It is miracle. It is miracle. Only for you to spend 4 years squandering the money of your parent that they don't have. After Oh my God, please, this guy stop. Say, why are you saying the truth? After you spend the money of your parent, you go to they will now send you to youth service to go and give and do the last punishment. After that, you will come back. You come back to Biafra land and you become liability to your people. You become liability to your people. Hello, I know I'm live. Oh. I'm sorry about that. Now, after that, you are going to be liability to your parent. In Angogo, before you know it, they want you to start taking mkpurumili. Whatever that means. The thing Abatago, it is no longer Fulani. They have succeeded in frustrating you. They have succeeded. Because what is happening now is something that has never happened before. We must stop it. We are going to stop it. Because it is not in our culture to bring something called Mkpurumili, whatever that is. Where we hear those kind of stories is in the north. We hear them in the north. Go and look at the documentary of the northern Nigeria where they are smoking gum. They smoke gum. We were laughing. Oh, they were smoking gum. Oh, look at the Fulani, they are smoking gum. Today, they have succeeded in bringing frustration, depression to you in Biafra land. And our youth are smoking it. It is not funny. It is not funny. Do you know how we are going to be fighting this thing? We are going to wage war. War against Mkpurumili or whatever. Anybody you see selling that Mkpurumili, hi. In fact, anybody you see anywhere in Biafra land selling Mkpurumili, bring him down. Bring him down. Anywhere you see anybody in Biafra land selling Mkpurumili, that thing they call Mkpurumili, treat him like a criminal. Treat him like a criminal. Treat him like Fulani. Treat him like the herdsmen. Any place, anywhere in Biafra land you see anybody, kepu selling Mkpurumili, treat him like a herdsman. They are worse than herdsmen. We can't allow that in our land. We can't allow that. The people that brought this thing are people from Obausa, from Amausa. That's where they bring it. All these things are coming from there. They can never come and develop your land. They can never come and build 3-story building in your land. They can't build gate. They can't face any land. They are bringing Mkpurumili. It is coming from Obausa. It is coming from Obausa. What is it called? Amausa. Anybody you see from today, anybody you see that is selling Mkpurumili, treat him like Fulani. We don't need them in our land. If we don't do something now, this is going to be the biggest problem. And let me tell you, the people that are bringing this thing, they are in Amausa. Amausa people, they know what they are doing. Channel your energy there. If you see anybody, Amausa, anyway, treat him like Fulani herdsmen. Treat him like a terrorist. We have not, you are not the only one that is frustrated. You are not the only one that is depressed. There is depression everywhere. So long as you are in Nigeria, the depression is everywhere. And you can't solve your depression by taking drugs. You can't solve your depression by taking drugs. That is why I said, Ichuntego. Ichuntego. The only business you want to do is to start selling something that would destroy the future and generation of our people. Chineke akpọ there. Inweta onye ọbụla na-ele mkpụrụ mmiri maọbụ everything na Biafra land. If you don't deal with that person like a Fulani man, you are a fool. Today, let us start setting example. It is not order for dictator. This is not about dictator. It is about what we call citizen police. The government of Nigeria has failed. We need to live up to expectation. Take these laws into our hand. This particular law now of drug, war against drug, because the people you elected as leader, they are all idiots. They can't enforce the law. They are not interested in you. They are not interested in a sane society. That is why they are all fighting against Biafra. That is why they are fighting against Biafra. We need Fulani to destroy this land. We can't allow Fulani to destroy our land. We can't allow Fulani to destroy our land. We can't allow Fulani in our land. So you see, I want to, yes, thank you very much. I want to make sure that Ebunike have resigned truly, because I want to, and another one have resigned. We want them. We want Ebunike, if he will go down in the history of this mankind as somebody that was used by Fulanese, then he can come to Anambra and conduct election. He don't want to be back to be in the bad history book of Biafra. He should resign. If he resign, that is a very good decision. And any other person that is coming to Anambra, let the person come. But if he did not resign, because this can be a fake news, you can never know. You can never know. It can be a fake news. Fake news is flying everywhere. But the best thing, if he did not resign, I don't know, because the news is flying everywhere. So if it is fake news, nobody knows, because a lot of people are carrying fake news everywhere. A lot. So go and check. Did DIG Ebunike resign? And another person appointed, did he resign? Let us confirm and verify it. You see the work the groups are doing. And before I forget, Alan also the man you just watch on my program now, also was about to, it should be in because I didn't ask that question to him. Alan was to visit the UN, and it was to visit the UN, although they are not accepting people at the moment. Sorry about that. The UN Human Rights Group, which is in Geneva, they are not accepting person in meeting at time, probably because of the COVID restrictions and all that in the Netherlands. Yeah, this is something that everybody knows. So I think he forgot to mention that, because I needed to ask that question about visiting Geneva, since the last application he wanted to go in person and he could not go. So Alan just informed that he wanted to clarify about his traveling to Geneva, that they are not accepting the meeting in person at this point. So our people are working around the clock to make sure that you are not depressed and not going to take drug and are not going to take Mburumiri. You don't need to take Mburumiri. Some people are working around the clock to make sure that the movement, the Biafra struggle, is going forward. And very soon Biafra will come. So why would you go and start taking drugs? Why would you go and say you are depressed, or you are tired of life, you are taking drugs? Drugs can never solve your problem. Can never change it. Can never change it. People working around the clock to make sure that the struggle for Biafra, that something is happening. We have people, we have representative everywhere. So if Ebunike have resigned, a good, congratulations to him. I hear that another person has resigned also. Congratulations to him. By tomorrow, in fact, make sure you send a very big signal to the United States. The United States, they are interested in election. It is time we get their attention. It is time we get Anambra State. This Anambra State is going to be an open door for Biafra. Let us use Anambra State election to attention and send signal to America, because they are waiting for free and fair election. Somebody say, and I'm calculating to go super chat. I'm sorry. You see. Where is the Ego super chat, please? I've been carried away by I've been carried away by what I'm saying. There's a good super chat too. Thank you, Cyril. I won't do for your super chat. Anybody selling hard drug in the holy land of Biafra is a saboteur. Exactly. The person must be treated as one. We don't want drug. Go and warn them. Go and warn them in the street. Tell them that henceforth, if you sell drug in Biafra land, you will be treated as Fulani, because it is only Fulanis that do that. Only Fulanis. They smoke gum and do all these things. That's why when you look at them, they look useless. You cannot come to Biafra land and be looking like Fulani. We can't accept that. We cannot accept that. So, Anambra election is that we are going to use it to prove a point to America. I remember that since they want you see, okay, somebody made $50. Okay, all right, thank you very much. For those that did not show your super chat, I am sorry about that. When we go to, by tomorrow, when everybody stay at home, they postponed this election. they will say, okay, election will take place not tomorrow again. And then it will give the leadership opportunity to go and rethink. Let the America ambassador or embassy in Nigeria understand that anya obi anya tagaki. Obi anya tagaki. Let the embassy understand that obi ataga anyi mmiri. Because we don't care anymore. And let me tell you, afraid of what? They're afraid of, they want to call us criminal. They want to call us, what the hell? Let them call you whatever they want to call you. Let them call you criminal. Let them call you terrorist. Let them call you whatever they want to call you. We are not fighting for independence and freedom with a clear eye. And our case is in the global awareness. We fought war, civil war in Nigeria for 3 years. Did you call Ojukwu terrorist? When Ojukwu was fighting war, did you call terrorist? I am asking you. Did you call Ojukwu terrorist? The only reason why that war ended the way it ended is because we were not scattered all over the world like we scattered today. So let this war happen. It can never even be possible. It can never be possible. You think that it is this thing they are doing? Huh? Is this thing they are doing? Parade in the street. You think that it is this? I told you, they are going to leave Biafra land in shame. Go and ask them. Are they not living in shame already? It doesn't matter how many people they kill. It doesn't matter how they're abducting our people. They are going to get tired abducting. But let me tell you, they are going to leave Biafra land in shame. Shame will catch them. If you come out, you are sacrificing yourself because they are looking for evidence. They are looking for who to kill to say, is that POB? If you come out tomorrow, as you are coming out, go and write your will. What we are asking for is that it must not take place tomorrow. So that if we are going to re-strategize to come out, we are going to build and rebuild the strategy. But not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. You see, that is how I have been warning you. As I'm talking to you now, there is still kepu that Obi Kubana in DSS. Obi Kubana is still in DSS. Do you know how many people is paying their salary? Do you know how many people Obi Kubana employed? They say tax fraud. How many people is Sheku Gumi? How many people is payroll of Sheku Gumi? The people that are shooting gun and pump action. No, they don't even use pump action. Pump action is they don't use that kind of gun. But Gumi is waxing stronger, threatening Nigeria. But Obi Kubana is still. You see one thing about this Nigeria, evil people. When you see them, they will carry news that is lie, fake. They say, Obi Kubana is out. Why I'm talking about Obi Kubana is because I warned him on this program. And if I summon the courage to warn him on this program, which is not even about Biafra, but because of the message God gave me, before he don't use God. God asked me to warn him on this program. It is not the first time, but the message is there. I warned him the first time. I warned him the second time. He didn't listen to me. Today, I am hearing that he is still in EFCC. He's still in EFCC. There will be, I know as I'm talking now, somebody will ring in one of the friends. Come. Simon Ekpa is talking about Obi Kubana. I warned him, and that warning is there. It is still valid. He didn't listen. Today, they have come for him. And let me tell you, they are not going to stop. First of all, they are going to ground him for Anambra until Anambra election is over, because they think there is something he can do in Anambra. Until Anambra election that is never going to take place is over. I warned him. He didn't listen. He was making friends with Abba Kairi. Is it shocking you? Okay, let me even review something that is going to shock you. Do you know Obi Kubana? I want Obi Kubana. Now, let me shock you now, because Obi Kubana will not know this I'm going to say now. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? I want to send this particular video I'm about to say now to his friends. Do you know what happened? You want to know? They are looking for the downfall of any Igbo man. Anybody make or you know, they want everybody to fall down. So what did they do? They went to Abba Kairi. They told Abba Kairi, you know, this guy is your friend. Tell us the secret you know about him. Tell us how he runs his business. And because Obi Kubana now found somebody who is DIG now, Nina Kwatelo. So he is bringing him to come and wear the same cloth with him during the mother burial. So Abba Kairi will, you know, say, why not? Give them tip what to do and one or two things to do. The same day Abba Kairi came out, the same day they announced that Abba Kairi is back, is the same day they capture Obi Kubana. You don't know this now, but I'm telling you now. So, Unyobona Jili Iria Gwezayono now. Obi Kubana and his friend will use their tongue now to count their teeth. That the same day, the announcement of Abba Kairi restatement is the same day they capture Obi Kubana. You see, when the one I open is the one, and I will not go deep. I will not go deep again because I did not come here to talk about Obi Kubana. But I have just released a bombshell now, which they are going to work with. So let Obi Kubana friend go and work with what I have just said now. The same day they capture Obi Kubana is the same day they restated Abba Kairi. Go and work with that. We are going to come back again in the midnight or maybe early in the morning because I know now no giruju. The length time have started. Let everybody lock himself or herself inside their house. Tomorrow, no movement. If you don't want to die in the hand of the DSS, do not come out. Do not come out. Why we are doing this thing is that we don't want to lose anybody. Anybody. We don't want to lose anybody. But if you say, no, you say you want to come out, vote tomorrow, the Nigeria state, the DSS of Nigeria will kill you. And they are ready. If you don't come out, you have done the best thing to your generation. If we succeed in making sure that this election did not take place, if like today, my cap is up for Biafrans because Anambra State was, that dry. Everywhere dry. No military. Anyway, not the picture. I don't see no military. I did not see no police. I did not see no military. I did not see no police. Did you see them? Did you see them? Let me tell you, we are not afraid of anything. We are not afraid. We are not afraid to fight for this freedom. We are not afraid. Let them call us anything they want to call us. The world knows that we are fighting for freedom. And if we are fighting for freedom, we are going to employ every tactics that is possible for us. Because we didn't just start yesterday. Biafra did not start yesterday. That you will say, oh, the people, the global village or the world don't know about Biafra now. So let us create awareness first. We have created awareness. We continue to create awareness. That is why this Don Allen have come today to tell you something. We will continue to create awareness and we will continue to move forward, and we are not going to be afraid of anything. Nothing. We are fighting for survival, my people. Survival. Survival. They call you terrorists and they want you to go out and vote. Let them first of all bring out all the Biafrans that are now in their dungeon, in prison for doing nothing. Some people are there for 10 years, no trial. In Anambra State, some people are in prison for 10 years, no trial in Anambra State. Is that a government? Is that a government? I am asking you. Go to prison in Anambra. You are going to see people that are there for 10 years. And then under that kind of government, under that kind of state, you want to conduct election. Upon that, you have the people and you are forcing them to come out. Let them come and take you out of your house. Let them come and take you out of your house. You see, that is what we are doing. I am supporting Biafra people who decided that they have taken this thing upon themselves and demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the referendum of Biafra. This is the only weapon we have. Every day they will tell you, hunger, oh hunger, hunger is killing us, oh, hunger is killing us. Oh. You are going what the Fulani did. That is what the Fulani did. If you are waiting until hunger disappears from your body before you can take civil disobedience action to save your future, you are just a very big fool. All this you have been fighting hunger. How many years are you going to fight hunger? You fight hunger since you were born. You are fighting hunger. And then some people will come and tell me, we know it is not good. We know things are hard, but Ndị Igbo na-atụ inu, a ga-ewere mgbagbu ghara ọgụ is a very deep adage. Because you are hungry. So everybody should be a slave. we should continue to be slave in Fulani land, in Nigeria, because of hunger. And they did it on purpose. It is working. They have captured you or succeeded in trying to capture you from all corners. Go to farm, they capture you. Farm agriculture, they capture you. Hunger, they capture you. If you want to do this, they come. If you want to do that, they come. Now it is no longer. The Fulani is the one advocating. I tell you, I said before, anytime Fulani is pushing something for you, run. You hear them today. You know why I have not commented on the lawsuit they are filing? You hear them today, they say, we are filing for the Igbo people to leave Nigeria. And when you ask them, who are the Igbo people that they are filing to leave Nigeria? They tell you the 5 eastern states. They tell you, we are fighting for the Igbos to leave Nigeria. Ask them, who are the Igbos to leave? They tell you the 5 eastern states. Who? Fulani, Northern group. Because they can never file for the right Biafra territory to leave. They can never do that. That's why I say, in this life, any day Fulani do something for you, and the Fulani fighting for your right, my brother, that your right is incomplete. It's cheating you. You know that it is the biggest cheat ever. Fulani can never fight for your right. So when you hear them now, they say, oh, there are 5 cases in the court. They are taking Nigeria government to court. Come and give them Biafra. Come and give them. Ask them, what is the map of the fighting? They have taken Nigeria government to court. Ask them. Do you know what they'll tell you? They will tell you, we want Igbos to go. When you ask them, who are the Igbos, they'll tell you 5 states. Now, let us even assume that they want Igbos to go. Are the Igbos only 5 states? Don't they know Igbos are in Calabar, Igbos are in Cross River, Igbos are in Akwa Ibom, Igbos are in Benue, Igbos are in Kogi, Igbos are in Bini. Do they know where Igbos are? Let us even is Igbo. But you know what? They are not going to do that. Any day they do that, you know that something is wrong. You know that the world have ended. And that is the last thing they will do. So they'll rush to go and file case in the court. Allow Igbo to go. Ask them Igbo. They say 5 states. I tell you, Fulani can never fight you. They can never do anything. And any day they praise you, run. Know that you are doing something against your people. Any day Fulani is praising you, my brother, you are doing something wrong for your people. We are going to end here. Early in the morning tomorrow, we are live. We are live. We don't, you see, let me tell you, if you see any INEC, in fact, don't allow any movement of any INEC thing anywhere in Anambra State. After that, let us send the message to America. Tell America that we have spoken. What we are demanding for us, America, ask them question. Why didn't this election take place in Anambra? Let the people tell them that Anambra people, they are part of Biafra and they are demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say election will not hold. They are demanding the release of all the people that are being that are abducted and put in prison without trial. We are demanding their release. We are demanding for referendum. That is the reason why election did not hold in Anambra State. And let America hear it. Because they have shown interest. They say they want to see a credible election. And let me tell you, you see where Abdusalami Abubakar is the one always coming to sign peace pact. These are the Fulani sponsor, the sponsor of terrorists in Nigeria. Abdusalami helicopter was the one sponsoring dropping weapons and food to bandits in the forest. His helicopter. What that thing Dr. Malafia said, that the helicopter, their plane were flying through the COVID-19, they were carrying dollar, they have dollar everywhere. It is Abdusalami Dr. Malafia about. Today, he was the one signing peace pact in in Anambra. He's the one who signed peace pact in 2019 between Atiku and the dead man in Aso Rock. He's the one always signing peace pact. But do you know what? They are the sponsor of Fulani terrorists. Mayete Allah. What did they do? He came out to say, I did not know that my plane was hired. And so what? So what did the government do? They did nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing to him. Somebody whose plane is dropping weapons to kill us, herdsmen and bandits, is the one signing this peace pact. What kind of peace pact are you going to sign? When your plane, when your helicopter is dropping weapons, do you know why they want to sign peace pact? They are trying everything to hijack Anambra State and unleash terror on us. We can never allow it. We can never. If we have decided to adopt political solution must be defined. Defined to people of Biafra. Is it a political solution that, okay, let us allow them to hijack Anambra and then let us go to Aso Rock to tell the ghost man to release our leader? Let our leader first. Because we know how to back to line. Let them release our leader first. Why should we be agreeing to people that we know? Is it not the politicians that we know? Politicians that will come and promise you during campaign? How many of them has ever fulfilled their promise in campaign? Even to build, will come and promise you, let me have this election, I'm going to build the road. After having the election, look at Enugu Onitsha Expressway. Did they not promise to do it? And today they are promising you, we are going to meet Aso Rock. Let them go and meet Aso Rock and tell us what they have, what they discuss with Aso Rock. Let them go and meet DSS and tell us what they discuss with DSS. We are not ready for that nonsense. Telling us they are going to release him. They are going to. We are not. We are going to. We are no longer interested in. We are going to. It is release. It is we have released. We want to hear we have released. We want to hear they have released. And not we are going to. And I know that it is not, some people will say, I don't love, do I love the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than the family? I may not love him more than the family. Oh, but onye n'uche ya, uche bụ akpa, onye na nke ya. What I'm doing may not be that I love him more than the family. I agree. But this is not about family. It's about the leader of a nation. My hope of this Biafra is there. So it is not about family. The family their own. We agree. It is a normal thing. But that does not mean that I cannot do my own. I am doing my own. We are doing our own. This is not a Oburi. So, but do you know what? With you, with me, we are going to win. Together. Once we make sure that tomorrow nobody come out in Anambra State, that is the end. We have won. And if they do PIM again, we will command chicken and goat to disappear from the street. Any day they call the election until Mazi Nnamdi cannot come out. How can we be here talking rubbish that you are even alive today in Anambra State? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it possible. Do you know that a lot of you could be in IDP camp by now? Between 2020 December by now, some people in Anambra State would be ending in IDP camp today. It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it possible. So why would you want to enjoy election? Why would you want to go and queue in line for you to elect somebody that is going to kill you as well, like they are killing in Imo State? No. If you do that, I'm just telling you to wake up your subconsciousness. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Go and ask people in Benue State, in Middle Belt. Go and ask Katsina people. Go and ask people from Buhari's town. Go and ask them. They are crying every day. They are being kidnapped every day. They kidnap them. They kill them. And it is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In Anambra State, you did not end up in IDP camp. And today somebody is telling you I am going to, just don't worry, go and vote. As if you come to Nigeria yesterday. You don't know what is Nigeria. Politicians come and tell you, come, wait, we are going to talk, we are going to engage, we are going to do. People that cannot even do nothing since they become politicians. Ordinary representative to go and sit in where they discuss about Anambra election. No Igbo man was there. And they are not talking. They are not recognized stakeholder in Nigeria. But let me tell you, that is the fact. These governors, we can never trust them. Now they are running helter-skelter. They are running pillar to pole because Fulani na chahokunike. Fulani are telling them, you are losing it. You are losing it. We don't trust you anymore. We don't trust you anymore. They did everything. Only God knows. Only God knows what they did. They did everything. And now we are having peace talk. We're having peace talk. We agree. Peace talk is good. But let us see result first. It is result we need. We want to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before anything is done. And let me tell you, we are not going to shoot gun. No. It is not even, just wake up in the morning, open the curtain of your window. It's going on, day don't break. Okay, you go back and sleep. If you hear the DSS shooting outside, in fact, one moment. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look, they are shooting and shouting, Allah Akbar. I don't know what they are shouting, but listen to that.
Only phone give me my party madam. Na what land am
Now, let me also, that is just example. That is just example. Now, let me also show you another one.
Employment. The future.
Welcome back to Radio Now's Urgent Conversation, coming to you live from Channels Amphitheatre in Lagos. Now,
There won't be
I want you all to listen to this.
Tourism. In the area of education, I have said that nobody should pay elementary and secondary school fees, and I will also build 21 satellite campuses. Everybody know about that. I also said in my first 6 months, I'm going to do, the moment I become the governor here and don't know of governance, if you're given the power and given the authority to govern your state, you have assumed the father of that state. Problem we have here is we have problem.
Let me a moment. I want you to listen to people, somebody who is contesting election in Anambra State. I want you to listen.
Godfatherism, where people choose anybody they want, who doesn't even belong here and don't know what to do, and they will go and make them the governor.
Gunshot.
You understand? So, as soon as I become the governor of Anambra State, we will go ahead and be, as soon as there's a gunshot going out, but I will continue with this so that you know that we're in a war zone in Anambra. The moment I become the governor of Anambra,
you see, the height of irresponsibility. This is it. The height of irresponsibility. Irresponsibility. This is the height of it. Irresponsibility. Gunshot was going on. They were shooting. Bo, 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 bo. And he was panicking at the same time. He wanted to continue. Let us continue. This is the man who wants to be governor. Let us continue. And you know how he wants to handle this insecurity? He wants to empower the military. He wants to give military equipment. He wants to buy sophisticated weapon for the police. He wants to buy, in fact, he wants to build fire, whatever, for Nigeria police. He wants to build this. Oh my, he wants to buy helicopter, gunboat for the police to fight insecurity. That is his own method. So instead of addressing the problem from the fundamental, what is the cause of the insecurity? Why are the people carrying gun? No, he's not interested in that. Of course, he says he's going to engage them. But his first response to that question says a lot of who is, what he's going to do. And he came from America. Now watch.
In the background there, it does sound.
It did say that they are gunshot. Dr. Maduka has just confirmed.
there's gun going out, so that you all know. There's gun going out, but we are safe.
Which part of the
Now,
city are you?
let me say something,
so that we have a fair idea of what's going on.
Well, I cannot do that in the TV for security reasons. But let me just go.
Cannot tell that for security reasons. And he wants election to take place. The only thing these people are in is election take place. And he cannot even freely tell where he is. How can you conduct a normal human being? Normal human being want to be freely agitating or advocating for election to be conducted in a very fragile state like this? Is that person normal? No, I'm asking you. So if now, you a human being go and have election, and because you are desperate for only God knows, gunshot is, you say you are in a state of war. You cannot even be free to tell somebody where you are because you are already a dead man walking, because they can kill anybody anytime. And that is the center, that is the state you want to contest election. Because there is possibility to make sure that the tension is calmed down. But he don't want the tension. No. He said, even if you are throwing bomb now, let us have election. Even if, because he is safe. He can't tell where he is. He wants people to go out. This man cannot tell in the open where he was broadcasting from. But he wants election to take place. He wants people to come out in Anambra State to vote tomorrow. He cannot tell where he was. That is the evil already in him before even becoming, or before even being elected, if they are going to elect this kind of person as a governor. He is not thinking about what about people in Anambra State, those women and the poor people who cannot have protection where they are. He cannot think, how are they going to go out to vote when this kind of gunshot is being heard everywhere in Anambra? He don't care. No. We are going to go on. Let us continue. That is gunshot too. Let us continue. We are at a state of war, but let us continue. He is not asking and addressing what is going to happen to people who are not opportuned to have DS with their modern weapon protecting and shooting at the people that will come to kill them. I want to show you something. You see, it is not about, I told you people, it is not about America. This man came from America. I don't know him. It is immediately you join Nigeria, Nigeria's spirit will possess you. You will become satanic. Because what this man displayed here is just a symbol of satanism. How can you not care about other people? You cannot even tell where you are because of security reason. But you want people to go out tomorrow to vote. My people, what is it? Is Satan not? What are we going to call him? And he has not been elected though. Nigeria's spirit already possessed him. Nigeria politician spirit already possessed him. Instead of him to say, we cannot have this election with this kind of atmosphere. Yeah, gun is everywhere. I think we need to fight this insecurity. We need to do something about this insecurity. Find a way to solve this insecurity. He don't want to do that.
Governor on Saturday. How will you tackle that?
Okay, thank you. I've said this from the beginning of the interview.
Tackle those challenges, or do you think those challenges go away in the aftermath of the election?
Especially the IPOB challenge.
Yeah.
Which is not likely to disappear so soon. The IPOB challenge will still be there for whoever becomes the governor on Saturday. How will you tackle that?
Okay, thank you. I've said this from the beginning of the interview. 50% of the problem of insecurity is a failure of governance. If you're given the power and given the authority govern your state, you have assumed the father of that. Problem we have is problem with Godfatherism, where people choose anybody they want, who doesn't even belong here and don't know what to do, and they will go and make them the governor. You understand? So, as soon as I become the governor of Anambra State, we will head and be, as soon as there's a gunshot to go, continue with this so that you know that we're in a war zone. Right. The moment I become the governor of Anambra,
see, he was not even concerned about him, his own life. He want to continue. Why the journalist there? The journalist immediately, they showed concern. The journalist showed concern. The journalist was asking, are you safe? Are you safe? There you are. We are desperation. Evil desperation. The journalist, are you safe? Are you sure you are safe? He said, let us continue. No. We are hearing gunshot. Are you safe? No. This is Anambra. That is the impunity, the level of impunity average politician in Nigeria. They don't care. They don't care. And somebody is saying, go and vote in Anambra election, so that tomorrow they come and become governor. Tomorrow he will sit in the government house. It's raining bullet in the front. And then we will say, let us continue this meeting. The police are taking care of them. This is the mentality. Mentality.
No, it does sound...
It did say gunshots. Dr. Maduka has just confirmed.
There's gun going out. So that you all know, there's gun going safe.
Which part of the city are you?
Let me say something
so that we have a fair idea what's going on.
Well, I cannot tell you that in the TV for security reason. But let me just go ahead and answer the security question. I am the only candidate that if elected into power,
where you are you safe, Dr.
Security in Anambra State.
How do you intend to do that? Because as it appears, where you're sitting, there are gunshots.
Exactly.
We're hearing
ironically why we're talking about
security.
Because it does appear that you're talking about infrastructure and all of that. We just want to know how you intend to tackle that.
Yes, that is happening because I'm not the governor yet. The moment I have become the governor, this will stop. And let me tell you how I'm going to do that. Immediately, I will start fortifying all our security forces and both the infrastructure. You can't just go and light a kerosene on a police station and it burn down.
Yes.
Understand? We will provide everything they need to defend themselves. We will go ahead and feed and make sure that we pay them well so that they can be able to be ready to fight if needed. But the main thing that I will do,
you see, this is the heart of the man. What you just listened to now is the heart of the man. He wants to fortify the security. He wants to fortify the police. So that he want to fortify the police station. So that if you want to put kerosene, it will not cut. He came from America. He came from America. He want to fortify the police. He did not, let me tell you, I don't care what he said after this video. Because he did addressing the problem from the fundamental. He started addressing the problem by want to equip police, by want to fortify them, by want to give them AK-47, so that because in America where he come from, police is not shooting AK-47 like that. They use this small pistol now to shoot people. He want to fortify the police in Anambra. This is bad. This is bad. On this note, I'm going to stop here. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless the Republic. May God bless the Belt. May God bless Ambazonians. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless ESN. May God bless Sunday Igboho and Oduduwa agitators. May God bless you watching today, this evening. We have a lot of people watching. We are going to sleep because of tomorrow. We are going to come online live in the morning to follow up and go stand as Biafra will decide to send a very strong signal to America tomorrow. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. I love you. Good night.